like, I've been calling you because we're like, oh my god, we literally told you, we literally kept calling your name. Yes, yes, we kept calling you. Yes, 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 and you wouldn't answer. And then she's like, can you go downstairs and go get me an onion? And we're like, how many? And then they're like, just two. And we get them to like, okay, thank you. You can go play back over there. Right? And then we sit down to go play and do whatever we have to do. And then we're like, oh girls. And then before we sit down, they call her name again. And we're like, yes. And they ignore us. Again, and we're like, yes. And they ignore us. And then we're like, oh my lord. Again. So then you're like, oh my lord. And then she says,